Going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like the Indiana Fever have a dilemma that could affect Caitlin Clark 2026 season. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Quick before we get into this video, man, something I do want to address and something that has been weighing heavy on me is a lot of people been sending me content of a certain content creator. I'm not going to call his name as of yet. As soon as I upload a video, he copies me. My whole thing about that is that if you're going to do it within 20 minutes of me making a video, at least shout me out, bro. At least shout me out, give me my credit. Hey, shout out to John Liquidator. I watched this video. I sent it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it numerous of times to several content creators. If a content creator make a video before me, shout out so-and-so, they kind of broke the story. It's the same thing as if like the New York Post shares somebody's stuff. Now, like if you don't want to go that route, and you really want to get on my bad side, look at the guy in Ireland. You know what I'm saying? I went at him pretty hard. You don't want to be that guy, bro. You don't want to be that guy. Just be mindful, of other people's work that they put in and efforts in putting these stories together, tracking this information down. I know it's just the internet, but damn, dog, you know what I'm saying? Put some type of work in and definitely have a little originality with your content. You don't have to emulate me every single day. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough you got the same background, but just try to put a little bit more effort in your content, because I'm a type of guy you do not want to go to war with me. It is not going to end well. You could think you got big boy pants until, you get in the ring of fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting at 80 million views strong, 90,000 subscribers, bro. You got to come with it. And I would just hate to do that to you. Just have a little originality. If you do copy me, man, just shout me out. But let's get into this video. So we have to talk about, this whole little dilemma that Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever could be faced with for the 2025 season. Now, I've been seeing a lot of people, talk about the videos. John, you haven't putting a lot of effort. I've been putting a lot of effort in the videos. People have been copying my videos, so I'm trying to weed out to see who's copying what, and and it worked. It sucks that y'all had to be a part of this whole little thing, but that's why I've been doing what I've been doing, to try to figure out who's been doing it the most, and I found the culprit. But with all that being said, man, this article was revealed. It stated Indiana Fever dilemma affecting Caitlin Clark. Should they prioritize Lexie Hull over Sophie Cunningham in free agency? Say Hall toughness, dependability, and steady growth make her the type of player the Fever cannot afford to lose. I've been preaching on that. I've been telling y'all, Lexie Hull is a big part of the system. I feel like we need to focus on keeping her by any means necessary. The article goes on to say, after coming within a single win of reaching the WNBA Finals, the Indiana Fever are entering the offseason with both optimism and difficult decisions ahead. General Manager Amber Cox made it clear once again, just like last year, bro. See, we got to remember the guys that was here last year, not these new guys, man. The guys that's been here. Kelsey Mitchell was top priority, just like she was last year, and I'm pretty sure they're going to core her. Natasha Howard, Sophie Cunningham, Dancer, Sydney Colson, Brittany Turner, Odyssey Sims, and Ari McDonald are all unrestricted free agents. Wow, Lexie Hull and Christy Wallace enter restricted free agency. The small forward position, which is alternated between Lexie Hull and Sophie Cunningham, is one of the biggest question marks of the season. That's what I've been telling y'all. Lexie Hull position is going to be one that is a tricky one. And I've been telling y'all, they are going to have to pay Lexie. I am sorry. Lexie going to have to get her money, man. Now, Lexie Hull durability and all-around growth give Indiana stability, and it gives them consistency. See, they know what they're going to get out of Lexie. When you get somebody new, you don't know what you're going to get out of them. So many inconsistencies when you're signing these new players. Lexie Hull was one of these players that did not get hurt last year. Now, she had black eyes, back messed up probably. She's been bruised and battered, but she did not go down. She was there every step of the way, bro. And that's why I feel like her warrior mentality, her personality, and her willingness to be, great is the reason why I feel like we should keep her. Now, that consistency became invaluable for the roster that dealt with constant lineup change, what I say, due to injuries. Hall toughness stood out throughout the grind of the regular season and playoffs. She even played through visibility bruises, including multiple games with black eyes without missing time. That's what I'm telling y'all. You know what you're going to get out of Lexie Hull, bro. Her growth on the offense also told the story of a player evolving into a legit two-way contributor. After a breakout 2024 season in which she was shooting 47% from three-point range, Hall expanded the value while maintaining efficient, converting 36% from deep on double attempts. Her scoring averages rose from 5.5 to 7.2 games, and she elevated her performance under playoff pressure, averaging 10 points while hitting double figures in the halves of Indiana Fever postseason contests. Now, before we get into the last part of this, Lexie Hull is someone that I will go to battle for in this Indiana Fever department, because at the end of the day, she was the only one that did not go down. She was literally the heartbeat of this team. See, everybody else, Kelsey had been here, but we know what Kelsey gonna do. Kelsey wasn't getting beaten, battered. You know, when Sophie went down, it's like, I don't know what it is with these women, but they have a tendency to attack the white women on the Indiana Fever team for whatever reason. People can say I'm racist, people can say different things, but it's like they have an agenda to attack these white women, and it's just not right. You know, it's just not right. You know, like, no disrespect to Aaliyah Boston or Kelsey, but they don't get attacked like Sophie, Lexie, and Caitlin do. Like, am I tripping? Because I don't think I'm tripping. Because when it comes to those three women, those three Caucasian women, they get attacked pretty hard. And me personally, I feel like it's wrong, and I feel like it's a systematic abuse against them women. And let's get to this last paragraph, man. It stated her Hall began the 2025 season coming off the bench, but when injuries hit, she seamlessly transitioned into the starting lineup, man. Her defensive versatility became a major asset, guarding perimeter scores one night and taking on bigger wings next week. The willingness to adapt and fill gaps was one of the defining traits of Indiana Fever's resilience throughout the season. Cunningham, before her injury, you know, she had her career best as well, but Lexie Hull, simply class act, simply somebody we need to focus on. And I believe that's what they said. This whole thing could affect Caitlin Clark, because if Lexie leave, you know what I'm saying, that could affect Caitlin. You know, we don't know. But definitely let me know y'all thoughts about this. And moving forward, I'm going to be still plugging in new content on the channel, but I'm going to be putting out more quality content moving forward, because I know y'all are kind of mad with the lack of effort in videos. I see it. I've been reading the comments, but guys, like, I'm dealing with a lot right now with these guys copying me, man. It's just something I will never get over as a YouTuber, how grown men sit up here and wait for somebody to drop and they got the same 24 hours as me. I will never for the life of me understand that. And I will just keep playing cat and mouse with them. But like always, man, until next time, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.